What's up guys, my name is Tico from Invictus Barber Academy, and my goal here is to provide you guys a variety of contents that will help you elevate your skills as a professional barber. So that has been said, I need you guys to subscribe, because that way you're going to be receiving every time that I post a video, so you won't. So mullets. There's many barbers asking me to record a couple of videos in how do I execute my mullets, because they've been seeing what I post, and it seems like there's many people struggling with this style. And since this is a style, we all need to be comfortable to execute. So here I am to help you guys to do that. But I'm going to do a series of videos executing different types of mullets. Could be with long mullets, short, mid-length, with a crop top, with a taper, with a high taper, different ones. So here I am to help you guys to achieve that in an easy way. Guys, first thing to do when you're cutting doing scissor work, make sure the hair is damp. And I did apply here a little bit of grooming, and grooming is a substance or a product that makes sure the hair is gonna stay wet or damp for longer while you're cutting with scissor work. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna separate panels, so I'm going to work clean and more organized in this haircut. I'm gonna take it here, one big section, big panel. It's going to be a square panel. When you work with scissors, you have to work organized, because there's tons of hair in your hands and you don't know what to do. You might missing a spot if you don't work like this. Let's separate it. Make sure nothing's gonna bother you during the haircut. Clip this hair down. So now I have the whole head to work without nothing bothering me. So to start, I'm going to start from the back. I can do this in many ways. One way is taking a base here, and that base will set a guide for the whole haircut and for the top. Or I can take vertically sections and cut pulling towards you. So what the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set my base and choose my length. It's going to be a long mullet, all scissor work.
I'm going to do the same thing on the other side.
So now I have my base to connect the sides and top. This is my base, so everything from now on, this from the ears behind, I'm gonna just follow my base. Cut small sections all the way down to the occipital bone. It's going to be a straight vertical, and from that on I will elevate the hair and slightly angle my finger, so down to the occipital bone will be the same length, and then you start from that on down will be a long length towards the back. So I don't have to worry about this vertical guide. I just need to focus on my horizontal base. Okay, just make sure, as you can see, that's my base here, up to the occipital bone. All I do, slightly angle my finger. From now on, whenever I let this go, we will drop drastically like that. So I'll do the whole, make sure you work clean. This is still part of the back. From here, elevate the hair, angle my finger out. Hold back. So now we still have the crown area here, as you guys can see. I'm gonna cut, I'm going to release, groom it down. There's a few ways you can do this. You can just pull all, elevate it, and my base will be on the bottom. And from here, I'm gonna connect with the top, or either we can just use the guide that is above the occipital. And cut into the top. So now this is going to be my guide for the top. So the last section I cut was the crown section, and now I'm going to connect everything with, I'm gonna cut all the top with following my base. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to take a profile guide section, center, just making sure the profile guide is fine, is very thin enough so I didn't lose my guide here. As you can see, here is my guide from the back. I'm going to cut here everything pulling straight from the base, straight up, because I'm going to create a square shape. If I slightly angle my fingers downwards, backwards, like this. I'm creating a triangle shape. No, I'm still creating my square shape here. Like I said, long mullet. I'm gonna cut everything from the now right behind it. I'm going to behind of the client. Now I have my guide here on the center. I pulled my guide to the side. I'm going to cut everything nice and square. The whole top. Straight up. You can see my guide's right there. I'm going to take a section here in the center. That's going to be my guide for the other side. So now I'm about to connect the top. I'm going to groom backwards, so the top is totally disconnected, as you can see. And I can take small triangles, pulling to my line, to my previous base. As you can see, it's there. Little bit of elevation where the hair is not going to be too heavy. Take another section, pull, everything to my base. As you can see, I still have some here, some hair to connect. You see how it comes out. As you can see, long, short, too long. And I'm about to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to do a very small triangle here on the center. I'm gonna connect and make sure my fringe are nice and even. As you can see, it looks like a triangle. I'm going to even them out, pulling everything down. And I can cut a little bit of with the elevation too, point cutting. So here's my mullet. One side I'm gonna leave with this for the next haircut in this mannequin, and the other side I cut it short so you guys can see. And now I'm about to give life to this long mullet so you guys can see. I'm going to blow dry a bit of paste that will give a natural look. Rub it in your hand, make sure you spread well. Make sure you're using the base. Here I'm going to leave this mullet very natural, and I'm gonna push the sides backwards. I'm going to use a sea salt spray where the hair is gonna dry faster in the back. It'll be on the top. Medium heat. Take it off the nozzle. Make sure the hair loosen up a little bit. You can force this hair backwards a little, as you can see. So now I'm going to dry the whole back naturally with the diffuser. First of all, you can blow a little bit. Make sure, since I apply a little bit of sea salt, this hair is going to dry a little fast. Use the diffuser so you can create a volume here in this part of the mullet. So I'm just now define the hair, and making sure I use my creativity to give the best outcome to the shape and everything. So guys, this is it. I want to show you. I want to make a little bit of a breaking down what I have done here, so you guys can see it. At the end, look at this. I make sure I blow dry and style as I vision this hairstyle. So shorter, mass, but little, not too crazy in the back. And the other side here, I didn't cut with shears. Just let it flow backwards. You can tuck it in behind the ears as well. And this side I did a little bit of scissor work, so you can imagine you're doing like a sideburn here with a clipper. And the breakdown is what I have done. I did all the separation of panels. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and I left the back. So I started creating my base. My base was that guide me throughout the whole haircut, and I started pulling vertical sections from the base to the occipital bone. I did vertical sections, but the occipital bone down, I redirected my finger and elevate the hair a little bit, so it creates this drastically drop in the back. He is shorter. When it comes to the sides. I connect my base to the side and took vertical sections. I did the same thing on the other side, and then I release the panel from the crown, and I cut everything vertically too. And then there was my last guide, my last base to connect the top and cut the top. Once I cut the top in, put everything vertically too, I cut everything in square. That's why I gave it that nice like pompadour mixed with this style. This is a long mullet, guys. Just make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, and let me know what you want to see next. And as I said, this channel from now on is a channel that will function like a school. This is a class, so make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, give it a like, and send this video to as many people you can. Thank you very much.